Rumshop Chronicles.
What's going on? What's going on? Happy
Man.
to be in the studios of VP Premiere. Happy.
We've been trying to do this interview for months
Oh
now.
God, it's at least four. Like dating back to like November time, we were trying to do this
Yes, you're
for
a
Dab
busy
Rum
man.
5. Yeah,
You're a
It's
busy
crazy.
man and also a successful man because promoting for you has really taken off. And
Yeah.
that's what we're here to talk about, actually. But before we do that, as we always start with, tell us the story of how you got your name.
I get that question a lot. It's funny. Rumshop Chronicles began as a WhatsApp group. It's so weird, but it was a
group?
WhatsApp group, and I was with my brother and my cousins and my friends, and we changed it. It changed so many names, but it finally ended up being Rumshop Chronicles because we used to go to the rum shops a lot, and we would always like record funny things that would happen in a rum shop. And then one day, one of my cousins said, we should just call this group chat Rumshop Chronicles because we're always posting videos of us in the rum shops and of things that happen in the rum shops, whether it be arguments, people drunk, people fighting. And then one day I said to myself, I should make an Instagram page. And then it was like 2 years ago, I never would have thought this would have happened, but
Yeah.
I started the Instagram page with like 25 followers, which was basically the group members in the WhatsApp group.
All your family.
Yeah, and my family. And then now fast forward 2 years later, I'm almost at 17,000 followers. And, it's crazy to believe that it started with a WhatsApp group.
Well, if that's how you got your name, at what point did you decide to get into promotion?
Well, that's a great question. I actually started the page off as being like a funny page, like a comedic page. And then,
Just memes.
yeah, just memes and, again, stuff we were doing inside the rum shops. And then I got into the page. I was trying to hide my face from the page, and then I ended up getting myself onto it one day, and then people loved it. I started off this page with singing Indian songs in the Tim Hortons drive-thru. And from there, it took off. And then slowly and surely, around 3,000 to 4,000 followers, I decided one day I wanted to do a comedy show after meeting and connecting and networking with all of the rising, I like to call them superstars, because to me, I learned off of them. Guys like Andrew Too Real, Pundit Bundit, Dan Balla, Ruggs Video. And I actually me and this one guy who is blowing up right now, Bombi Lemonade, we actually started at the exact same time. And we all fell together in all because of social media and Instagram. And then I led myself to become a comedian. And then one day I said, let's do a comedy show. And then the promotional aspect of this page began. And it hasn't stopped. It's been a roller coaster since.
So that was really your first big event.
My first event under my name was called An Evening in Toronto.
Uh-huh.
And it involved all the guys coming from the States,
That
all
was
the
at Bow Tie.
comedians. And it included the legendary
Yes.
I Bow Tie.
What do you think was that turning point for you, where it turned from just struggling into actually profiting?
The turning point was when I finally decided to turn my page from a comedic page into a promo page. I said to myself that I've got all these followers. They like what I do. Maybe they might want to follow me to a party. It was the day that I decided to change my page around. It was probably the smartest thing I ever did. And up to this day, 2 years later, the comedians still ride with me everywhere I go. I have them as special guest appearances on a lot of my events. And we still stay connected. That's the important thing.
Yeah.
I started with them, and I feel like I'll end with them.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Did you have any influences when you were growing up that led you down a stronger path?
A lot of people don't know this. My dad was a DJ. For about 25 years, my dad was a DJ.
This was back in Guyana?
No, actually, when he came here, when he migrated to Canada, it was one of his hobbies. He had bought Sir Vega speakers, and he had the records, the turntables.
Nice.
He did everyone's weddings. Like
Wow.
he was, and it's weird because now I'm in the scene, but I'm not a DJ, but I should have been. But I'm not a DJ. I didn't follow in his footsteps, and I became a promoter. So it's almost like I was bred for this.
Yeah.
But I didn't know that I was going in this direction. I had no clue this was going to happen. This all started with the WhatsApp group. So I never knew. But it's weird that I'm following in my father's footsteps, because that's why I have a lot of respect for DJs. It's because of him, right? some DJs, like I said earlier, will not want to work with you, but then there's those DJs that will want to work with you and want to build with you. That's the most important thing. So me getting into this business my influence was my father.
That's a big influence to have.
Yeah, huge. And a lot of people know that. DJ Tyga. Not a lot of people know that. Not a lot of people know my dad was a DJ for 25 plus years, yeah. I have a mentor who's American. I don't want to mention his name in here because he's going to feel good about himself, but he's the leader of a cult promo team in New York called Live by the Henny. And one day I was talking to him, I was pitching ideas. I was pitching like stuff like Rum Till I Die and all this loving rum and all this thing. And then one day it just hit me in my head and I said, the name of his crew is called Live by the Henny. Why not do a play off of that and call it Die by the Rum? Oh. And that's when I launched it. I launched it as a teaser on my page and people reacted because everyone knows the chutney song Rum Till I Die.
Yeah.
So no one thought to flip it that way.
Yeah.
So everyone thought it was a playoff of Rum Till I Die. But really, Die by the Rum is a playoff of the promo team in New York called Live by the Henny. I was surprised at the outcome. 12 midnight, we had to shut the doors. We had a lineup outside of people still trying to get in. And it was from that moment I said I have to build this party. So what I did was I got some help from a very good friend of mine in Toronto. His name is Fire Blazing. He's well respected in Toronto. But Fire was the first guy to come up to me and say, hey man, how's your ticket sales? I said, he's not doing well. And he said, okay, put me on the flyer, I'll help you out. And that's how we clicked. So I remembered that going into Die by the Rum 2. And then I said, okay, I'd like to bring this guy along. Then after Die by the Rum 2, we absolutely slammed the venue. I asked my friend, who's the owner of Live by the Henny, I said, can I bring this party to the States? And then in my head, I said, every great comedian I see has a tour DJ. That's how I see it. So I saw Russell Peters, he has his DJ, right? I see, like Kevin Hart, he even has his own DJ. So then I said, okay, I'm going to get my own DJ. So I got Fire Blazing, the only DJ to actually reach out to me and help me on one of my events. And he hasn't left my side, and we are now here today in New York for Die by the Rum 7, and he has not missed. And he has not missed a single beat. And all the Die by the Rums, he's watched it grow, and he's helped me throughout all of it. So I appreciate him.
We already did a great interview with Fire Blazing. That's going to be posted soon at the same time around when this video will be posted. Yeah. Has there been other people who's been helpful to you like this?
Derek from Live by the Henny. He's been a big influence on me. All my help was from the United States. It was so weird.
Really?
But yeah, Derek was one of the guys who saw me right from the get-go. Was with me right from I was a comedian and watched my page transform into a promoter. And seeing as how he's a promoter, he kind of just guided me, told me what to do and what not to do. And I learned this whole promo game off of him.
Was there a point where you really saw yourself as a promoter and thought, hey, well, this is going to work?
I saw myself as a promoter because I saw what other promoters were doing and I did not want to do it their way. Like
what?
Okay, for instance, I'm not a fan of posting the same flyer on my page over and over and over. If you follow me on my page, you'll notice I chase the flyer with maybe a funny meme or maybe even a comedic video. And my flyers are always different on my page. I always try to, even just changing up the color scheme can make a big difference.
So can you tell me some places or things you've experienced that you never thought would happen to you that promoting brought your way?
Meeting all these artists.
Like who?
Like that I would listen to on a daily basis. Like meeting Ravi B was, I mean, I've seen him perform, but I've never actually done business with him. And I never thought in a million years I'd ever do business with Ravi. I also got the chance to work with Priti V. Beam.
Oh, yes.
Yes, I got to work with her for Bombay Lemonade's birthday. We tag teamed and did his birthday together. It was another one of my events or our events that was sold out. I did iBowtie, which I hate to say it, but was like, I think personally was top of my list. iBowtie is a legend in Toronto.
That's big. That's huge.
And when I did iBowtie, so many people reached out to me and said, "How did you get him?"
Yeah.
Just because iBowtie is godly.
I remember when that happened. You and I ended up on the phone a couple days later. We were talking, and that was a big move, man.
Very.
The old school heads really would appreciate
something
like that.
Yes.
How was it working with Bowtie?
the way he sings the song now, like when he performed it at my event, it was like watching the YouTube video all over again, because everyone has only watched that YouTube video, and that was my stepping stone. That was me getting notarized. Was when I brought I Bow Tie. That was when people started to notice me and said, maybe this guy might do other things like that.
He's legitimate.
Yes, so because no one could get him.
Right.
So,
how was the experience working with Ravi B?
So humble. I had Ravi for my birthday party, called the Royal Rumshop, and no one knows this, but I went over to DJ Shiva's house, his manager, to sit down with Ravi and just to have a talk with him, because I was still learning the game. And Ravi just taught me a lot of things. Told me, not everybody you'll want to work with. Not everybody is your friend. And just look out for people that are just trying to feed off of your success.
Why don't you take us through the process of putting together a show?
Oh, man.
From the time you get a concept in your head, let's say you put together a show and you want Ravi B to be the headline at this show. What happens from that point? What's the next step?
Oh, man. Okay, so first I have to make sure that the concept that I have fits Ravi B. That's number one. Then I have to put together all the DJs. You have to also put together a promo team. You need the venue. You need to calculate your costs. My biggest thing is the DJs that I work with, I want them to look at me as, we can go further with this. Yeah. We can work together, and I could build you and you could build me. Yeah. When I look at a DJ, I want to actually form a relationship with this person, because I feel like he's good for my brand. Yeah. Every DJ I ever put on my flyers, I have relationships with. Yeah. So I'm not just a paycheck to them.
I can vouch for that, because you and I have done surprisingly.
And that let me just touch on that to tell the audience, like, a lot of people didn't expect you to come. People could not believe it when I launched you on that flyer. Yeah. My DMs were blowing up.
I couldn't believe it.
And I was happy about that, because then it took me back to 2018 when I had I Bow Tie, and my DMs were blowing up. How did you get I Bow Tie? Then you came, and I'm always trying to find that one game changer, if I might call it. And I Bow Tie was a game changer, and you were a game changer. I think you helped build Die by the Rum, because you were on the very first one, and then you came back and returned at Die by the Rum 5, which was another game changer. So, I mean, I don't want to oversaturate you, but having you on my events was very good for my brand. My brand and your brand meshed very well, and I'm very humble that you decided to. I think I remember you telling me that you've never done this for nobody.
Ever.
And you came and did this for me, and you never even knew me. Right. And then look, we built a relationship together. Yeah. It's 2 years now. We've been together now.
It speaks to what you've been saying about building a relationship with people. Yep. Because if you didn't do that with me, I would have never showed up to your show.
Absolutely. Right? Absolutely.
No matter the business you do, you're always going to have ups and downs. What are some of the hard lessons that really matured you in this business?
My one advice to all promoters would be stay in your own lane. As long as you stay original, you'll always be in your own lane. Yeah. Once you start biting or feeding off of other events and also the drama that's behind all the drama behind the scenes, then you know what, you're just going to be going in different directions. Just stay original, stay in your own lane. You're going to be perfectly fine.
Well, we talked about the past, so what about the future? What future things can we look for?
The future, Die by the Rum is going strong right now. It's going from city to city right now. I have it hard in the States. It happens in Toronto, my hometown, once a year. But I'm rolling with this right now, and I'm enjoying it. People love my brand, and I can only say thank you so much for all the support that I have. I'm just a regular guy. I don't know how this all happened, how people start to like me. I didn't, not even my mama like me. So I mean, you know what I'm saying? So how I got all this respect, and even from DJs and promoters in the scene, I got respect from.
Well, I can tell you how it happened. It's simple. It's called hard work.
Yes.
Hard work, consistency, uniqueness.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people don't understand what those 2 a.m. brainstorming sessions are like.
Yeah.
They don't understand what it's like to
you
empty all
are
of
a big
your bank account.
Yeah. You know about this
into
a lot.
One
Brainstorming.
idea. Yep. They don't understand what it's like to deal with, 6 DJs who 5 of them are perfect, but just that one headache. Oh my God.
And that one headache could be the catastrophe that happened. Oh man.
Yeah.
So you have to choose, like I was saying, you have to choose your DJs wisely. You have to watch who wants to look at you as a paycheck or who wants to actually work with you and build with you.
Yeah.
Because they can build their own brand just off of your brand.
Right.
It's building together, right? Yeah. It's not like I'm looking at a DJ to build my brand. I know I can help build his brand too as well. So that's what I said. That's one of the things when you're doing an event. There's some of the things you got to look into.
Well, it's been great having you, Rumshop Chronicles.
Thank you.
We're looking forward to doing a lot more things together. And just so the people know, if they want the Die by the Rum party to come next to them, comment below and make some noise and let him know, because you have the chance.
Everything.
You have the chance of bringing it to your city if it's not already there.
Very true. Thank you.
Who is Ray away from the promoting?
I'm a father to a beautiful, now 1-year-old daughter.
Congratulations.
Outside of Instagram, people don't know. I'm a big car guy.
Really?
I'm currently right now in the midst of building my 2018 GMC Sierra. I love cars. I love Indian music. My passion for Indian music is expressed through my Instagram page, and everybody knows that, but that's in and out of Instagram. And believe it or not, and I don't know if I want to say this on camera, but I hate clubs. I love rum shops. I love rum shops. Before, if I was, before this whole thing started, I was in the rum shops all the time, every weekend. And now that I'm in the clubs, people, even my own friends from back in the days, are saying, "You never used to go to clubs. Like, what are you doing?" I'm like, "Yeah, well, now I'm hosting them, right? Now I'm in the right. I have to." So yeah.
Nothing can match the small intimacy of a rum shop.
Yeah, I honestly, man, I just love the
that vibe.
It is the vibe and the loud and the cursing and sometimes the fighting and
it's organized chaos.
It is, and you've just put it in. It's like in a little ball.
Yeah,
like a little Polaroid ball.
All right, now we got Rumshop Chronicles in the hot seat. We're going to ask you 6 rapid-fire questions.
Rapid, huh? Rapid, all right.
Tell me the first answer that comes to your mind. Are you ready?
Uh-huh.
Question number 1. Which would you rather have for breakfast, aloo pie or doubles?
Doubles.
Buju Banton or Sean Paul?
Sean Paul.
Who is more beautiful, Kajal or Kareena Kapoor?
Kajal.
Choose one, Solara or Chiny Cake?
Solara.
What's your favorite classic chutney song?
Ooh, classic chutney song. You know what? I would have to say Rum Till I Die.
What is the last Bollywood movie that you watched?
Shoot.
Rapid fire.
Ye bandan ho, pyar ka bandan. I don't know the name of that movie though, but that's the song. Ye bandan ho, pyar ka bandan hai. That's it, yeah.
That movie, all right.
That movie.
All right.
Oh, we're recording?
No, I'm trying to think of how I'm going to introduce you.
I'm here the last time. Yeah, I'm here in a press record and the man talked through the whole interview in your front of you. You mess up the vibe. You sabotage.
We recorded a whole 30-minute interview and nobody pressed record.
Yeah, I'm here. You like to sabotage people here, right? Now try that thing with me.
Oh, I'm going to make you look good. I bought some new filters, everything. Your skin will clear up everything. Yeah. You're going to look slim. All them pots in your beard go line up.
Yeah. Look, how did you start snoring? Like, how did this guy start snoring?
Walk away, bro.
Tricky, man. Like, holy crap.
Oh, man.
Oh, my God. Tricky, oh, my God. Okay, people, if you don't know, my DJs are sitting behind me. And one of them just fell asleep snoring during my interview here. And if you want to know who it was DJ Tricky. Oh,
okay,
man.
Sorry. We just had to get it out.
Okay.
No, we're good.
Let me get a new question for you.
Yeah.